Call 1-800-GRANGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
Eagles defensive tackle Jalen Carter will be fined $57,000+ or an entire game check for spitting on Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott in their Week 1 matchup. However, he will not be suspended and is free to play in the Super Bowl rematch against the Chiefs this weekend. Spurs star Victor Wembanyama announced that the Spurs are starting a new fan supporter section. Registration Sunday, 7 to 9 at the Frost Bank Center.
If you smoke, take it outside. Get the facts at don'tpassgas.org.
This is Extra Innings with Pledger.
Truth is, I am Iron Man.
Rock and roll! The Texans win it!
You've been called the Da Vinci of our time. What do you say to that?
Absolutely ridiculous. I don't paint.
That goal is history! A walk-off home run!
And it's going to be legendary.
James Pledger wraps your day with insight, opinion, plenty of sarcasm, and of course, your calls. He'll even pour a beer out the door for his favorite story of the day. This is Extra Innings with Pledger. Now, here's Pledge.
What's up, Danger? Can't stop me now.
Welcome into Extra Innings with Pledger right here on San Antonio Sports Star 94.1 FM, sasportstar.com. I'm James Pledger. Appreciate y'all for joining me, however y'all may be joining me, whether that's 94.1 on your FM dial, sasportstar.com if you're listening via our AA Best Bail Bonds audio player, or if you happen to be watching online on our YouTube channel. That's right, we stream all of our shows live on YouTube. Just go there, subscribe, search SA Sports Star, go ahead and subscribe, like. You're able to comment along with the show. Sam, Miss Becky, Fred Records, Coyote, Jacob Eric, I see Albert, all y'all already in the chat. What's going on? Appreciate everybody for rolling through this evening. And of course, if you want to be a part of the show the old-fashioned way, call in 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776. Huge football weekend to react to with y'all, including the Texans falling short against the Rams. But first things first, and I want to talk about the trade that didn't happen, as according to Stephen Jones on the report that the Eagles may have offered more. Jerry also commenting on it, saying earlier today, the Eagles, reports are they offered more. Was there a counteroffer to that?
No counteroffer. And to the interest, the thought all along was to see where the interest level was. And that was very important. And from the get-go, that was an effort on our part to chum up interest. And that's a part of what was going on during those months that we were talking about Micah.
I mean, no counteroffer. And they decided to still trade within. They want to try to drum up AFC competition. They couldn't get it. So they ended up settling by trading him out of the division. Well, the Morning Huddle was talking about if Dallas was able to actually extract max value for Micah Parsons in their trade this morning on the Morning Huddle.
Left a bunch of unsolved mysteries.
I know.
Laying around.
We'll never know.
Update.
We'll never know. And now we've got a new one. Did the Philadelphia Eagles offer more for Micah Parsons than the Green Bay Packers did? Sources say yes.
What?
Yes.
And he didn't go for the money?
Well,
I again, sources. If I'm Philly, of course I'm going to say something like that.
Right.
Well, here is Jay Glazer saying what he believes to be truth. But again, this is an unsolved mystery.
Micah Parsons asked for a trade about a week or so in the camp, but nobody knows is that Dallas actually made the decision to trade him about a week or so before that, started putting feelers out.
Okay.
What they were hoping to do was trade him to an AFC team. I think they were shocked they could not get any traction anywhere from an AFC team. The team actually threw in the biggest offer was the Philadelphia Eagles for 2-1 to 3-5, amongst other things. Obviously didn't want to trade him in the division, but the Green Bay Packers, they chimed in early. They kept with it, and Kenny Clark is what made the difference for Dallas.
2 1s, a 3, and a 5, amongst other things.
I just it's such a difference. I mean, if you'd have told me it was a player and another one more draft pick, then I'd go, well, I have a question. That's so out there, I don't believe it.
Okay.
I mean, think of the difference. Now, if it was close, you go, man, you probably could have gotten more, but it's individual. We're talking how many again? 3. Number one,
2 1s, a 3, and a 5.
So 4 draft picks, but no current talent.
Well, and it said amongst other things. So I don't know. I don't know what.
And you're telling me that
probably
Jerry,
not someone as good as Kenny Clark.
That you're telling me that Jerry, who ended up traded to an arch rival anyway, just decided to take less. So you're going to just tell me,
is Green Bay an arch rival?
Oh yeah, they've knocked us out of the playoffs as often as Philly has. They're an arch rival.
I think Green Bay's a rival.
Yeah, but it's still a rival. They still wear yellow pants. They're in the room, and
the catch.
That's what I don't believe that. Now I would believe more likely if it was just one more thing, but not all of that.
Well,
that's who would say no to that just because they're who and then say yes to Green Bay. I don't believe it. Now, if it was a closer deal, or maybe they needed daily talent, maybe Kenny Clark was the thing that they were chasing just to get through this year, and that was the difference maker. But I don't believe that Philly offered all that for Mike. I just don't.
Well, here is Stephen Jones on 105.3 The Fan. And again, this is why this mystery remains unsolved. Why are my buttons not working? This isn't
That's all in our
mystery.
rearview mirror. All we're worried about is our future. We're worried about Kenny Clark and, what the future holds for the Dallas Cowboys. What happened in the past is in the past, and we need to go win a football game. That's our first priority, and, we got to do better and just play well. We got to go win a football game, and I know that's the way Coach Schottenheimer feels about it. I know the way his staff and our football team and our organization feels. We got to win a football game.
Okay. Now, to me, those comments make me believe Jay Glazer.
What? No. Well,
yeah. Because why wouldn't he deny it?
What's the point?
He said, Rob, did you have an affair?
No,
the past is in the past. We don't talk about the past. Like,
why get into it? I just don't believe that they offered that much. One, Howie Roseman's not that crazy because you offer that much and then you're going to go spend $150 million. I just don't. If there was a couple, maybe I would think it was more plausible when it's that much and more, and there was more than 2 number ones, a 2 or 3, and a play more, really, and they turned that down for 3 dudes and a player. Jerry's that crazy. I just don't buy that. That would have been an easier trade to make. And just because Green Bay stuck with it, he still traded to an NFC rival. What would be the difference?
Look, if they turned down less, if there was no counteroffer made, and strictly you decided, hey, it doesn't matter what you offer, I'm not trading you within the division, then you're not doing your due diligence as a general manager. This is a fundamental belief that I believe in. You shouldn't be, if you're scared to trade him in the division, you shouldn't be trading him in the first place. You should have figured out a way to re-sign him if he's that much of a difference maker that he scares you having to play him. I think that you have to extract maximum value no matter who that other team is, because if you are getting maximum value, if you are offered 2 1s, a 3, and a 5, and other things, and maybe those other things are something like Byron Young or Jordan Davis even. So you're getting that nose tackle you wanted. I don't know what the other things might have potentially been, but that is one way to extract maximum value. Sure, we'll give you an edge. We're taking the meat in the middle, though. Good luck stopping the run with all those edge rushers you have. Or 3 1s. You're paying a tax for being in the NFC East. If you want them that bad, you got to give us a 3rd one. Because in the end, while it may help them in the short term, it's going to hurt them in the long term without those draft picks. And hopefully you can do something with those draft picks to expedite the rebuild or continuous build around Dak and CD with what you get. But by no means do you ever eliminate a franchise of any sort because they're in your division. That is bad business. And if you're scared of them, you shouldn't have traded them in the first place. That just tells you how great of a talent that it was if you're scared to go against them. So figure out a way to make it work or extract the maximum value, whatever that may be. 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776. What say you? You want to be a part of the conversation? Do you think it's okay to trade within the division? Or did Jerry do the right thing and accept a lesser offer to maybe get him away from at least facing the Cowboys twice a year, maybe even once a year? Because you don't face everybody in the NFC every year. But you're going to face them more often than you face teams in the AFC. But it looks like the NFC had the better offers all around. Otherwise, they tried getting him over to the AFC. They made an attempt to get him over there. It didn't work. 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776. If you want to be a part of the conversation, Huggo was saying, can't believe we're still not past the Parsons trade talk. I'm done after today. It's just when you hear a report that the Cowboys took less, it bothers me. And it's not about Parsons. It's about just name team X. To eliminate teams in your division because they're in your division and you don't want to face them, that's a bad way of doing business. In my opinion, you extract the most value, and if that most value comes from within your own division, you got to face that player twice a year moving forward, you shouldn't be scared to pull the trigger on that if that's the best deal on the table. This is more of a commentary of the entirety of how trades are made and this weird, I won't do business within the division because perception of potentially helping a team within that I've faced twice a year. That's more the commentary that it's about. Micah Parsons just happens to be the centerpiece around it because it's what just happened. They decided, no, we won't take more from within the division just in the attempt to not have to face them twice a year. In my opinion, that's just a bad way of doing business. As a general manager, you should be open to all 31 other teams within the NFL's confines and go ahead and get the best value. What say you? 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776. When we come back, the Texans, the offense didn't look much better than it did last year. Was that a byproduct of the Rams being extremely good, or the Texans' offensive line issues still a persistent force that CJ Stroud is going to have to fight through? Indy Clue joined the Blitz a little bit earlier today. We'll play you some of that and get into whether the issues are fixable or just byproducts of an early schematic change. It's all coming up here on Extra Innings with Pleasure on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Dallas Cowboys fans, come on down! It's AJ and Rob from the Morning Huddle, and you could be the next contestant on
The Stat Is Right.
Every week leading up to the week of the Cowboys home game, AJ and Rob toss out a Cowboys player and a stat from the upcoming home game. Passing yards, rushing yards, number of times Dak adjusts his wristband mid-play, or perhaps CeeDee Lamb mouthguard chews per quarter. Whatever. All you have to do is predict that stat, get the closest, and bam! You're headed to Jerry World with a pair of tickets to the next Cowboys home game. Think of it like The Price is Right, but instead of winning a blender, you get to scream, "How about them Cowboys?" inside AT&T Stadium. So study up, Cowboy Nation, and listen to the Morning Huddle to play. The Stat is Right, only on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-1783. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 five-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-1783. That's 800-575-1783. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Must qualify for enrollment. Results may vary.
Chumba Casino brings nonstop fun straight to your screen. Anytime, anywhere. Explore hundreds of games like slots, blackjack, and instant scratch-style cards. Sign up to unlock your free welcome bonus and daily login bonuses. And enjoy your chance at exciting prizes without spending a thing. Just click, play, and enjoy the ride. Sponsored by VGW Group. No purchase necessary. See terms at ChumbaCasino.com. Must be over 21 and present in a state where it's legal to play.
At Progressive, we understand the bond you have with your boat. It's why people name theirs.
I named my boat Sure Don't. Get it? The other day when my friend said, "Hey, Larry, you want to head back in? It looks like it might rain." I said, "Sure don't." I guess they didn't get it because they didn't laugh.
Whatever you call your boat, protect it by insuring it with Progressive, America's #1 boat insurer. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. #1 rating based on boat market share data from ratefilings.com.
Gomez Law Firm has been fighting for the rights of San Antonians for 50 years. We have Jose with the Gomez Law Firm here. What is something you see often as a personal injury attorney and protecting your clients?
The one thing we always see without fault in a case is that the insurance company will always reach out to them soon after the collision, and they try to get them to agree to a low settlement. They try to get them to agree to signing a piece of paper. They want them essentially to sign their rights away without ever even consulting with an attorney, right? In the grand scheme of things, if you sign a piece of paper, you're signing your future interest away. So that's why it's so important to call the Gomez Law Firm, because we make sure we protect your rights, and you're not signing your life away. You're not signing your rights away.
If you or your family have been injured in an accident or hit by a company vehicle, then call the Gomez Law Firm first. 210-736-4040 or visit joegomezlaw.com. Protect your family and protect your rights.
And remember, Gomez Law fights.
Let's go.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
That's leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today. See representative for warranty details. Promotion is 20% off plus a 10% senior or military discount. One discount per household.
GNC knows that you're not always feeling it at the gym, but don't get down, get lit, and get more out of every workout. Beyond Raw Lit is a clinically dosed pre-workout that flips the switch and gives you more energy, focus, intensity, and pumps. The perfect combo for a killer workout. Plus, it's got incredible flavors and thousands of 5-star reviews, so you know it's good. Pick it up at GNC stores or go to GNC.com.
Whoa! Jason Kelsey just found out that NFL Sunday Ticket now lets you subscribe month to month.
Yeah!
He just realized you can join and cancel anytime.
Ha-ha! Now that's what I'm talking about.
Now he just found $1 in the sofa.
Yeah!
And he just saw a great parking spot open up. Look, just because Jason's easily excited doesn't make NFL Sunday Ticket month to month any less great. Right, Jason?
Yeah.
Get NFL Sunday Ticket month to month and cancel anytime. Sign up at NFLSundayTicket.com. Renews every month during the 2025 regular season. Cancel anytime. Terms and embargoes apply. No refunds. Commercial use excluded.
Hey, Jen, you ready for a girls' night in?
Absolutely. A little wine, a little JTV.
Yes, I love jewelry television.
I'm obsessed with their Italian gold designs.
Me too. And their colored gemstone jewelry. So many different gemstones. Absolutely gorgeous. I shop on TV and online.
Right now, new customers receive 25% off their first purchase of $50 or more when they visit jtv.com/radio.
More wine?
Yes, and more JTV.
94.1 FM.
Welcome back into Extra Innings with Pleasure here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776. You want to be a part of the conversation. Always love talking with y'all. Kevin, welcome into Extra Innings with Pleasure. What's going on, my man?
So I disagree with you 100% on not dealing within the division. Yes, I think you should keep your options open to all 31 teams. However, those that are within your division are going to cost a little more. You did mention it that there's a tax involved.
Sure.
But maybe that tax wasn't up to what Jerry thought it was worth. There's that saying that the juice ain't worth the squeeze. Well, that trade may have made the juice 10% more, but adding Micah Parsons to that team would have been twice the squeeze.
Question, do you also have to worry about competing with the Green Bay Packers?
Half as much, at least, if not more.
Do they have more playoff exits over the last 10, 15 years to Green Bay than they do Philadelphia?
Okay, but who's had more Super Bowl appearances in the last 5 years than, was it Philadelphia or Green Bay?
That would be Philadelphia.
Exactly. So, I mean, either way, you're facing two playoff teams with potential Super Bowl aspirations.
So what does it matter who you trade them to then?
Because one of them you face twice a year. And if you had to face them in the playoffs, it would be 3 times a year for the Eagles and only 2 against Green Bay.
But if you're trying to make your team the best you possibly can, wouldn't the best deal help to make your team the best it can possibly be?
Yes, but making the other team that you face more better also hurts your chances, though.
Then you shouldn't trade them if you're scared of them.
You can say that about almost every player on the roster, not just Micah Parsons.
Sure.
If you trade somebody to any team in the NFL, that team thinks they are getting better by doing so. You should be scared of every player on your roster then. Don't make any trades if you're going to go by that argument.
Jonathan Mingo. Carolina Panthers were scared. I'm joking, of course, Kevin, but I look at this and could an extra first-round pick and a similar defensive tackle, and in my opinion, an even better one, Jordan Davis, potentially push you over the top as a defense? Maybe. Does it do it immediately the way that Micah Parsons might for the Eagles? Absolutely not, because the Eagles are already made to win right now, seeing as they're coming off a Super Bowl. So any move they make right now is to bolster that opportunity. The Cowboys are still trying to build towards a Super Bowl. And part of building, like Kenny Clark and these first-round picks does not make the Cowboys a Super Bowl winner this year. So if the picks and the player are what's important, why not get the most value of those to better increase your odds of building faster? Because we all agree draft picks are a crapshoot. So the best way to be successful at drafting is to have a lot of them, right?
Oh, absolutely. The more draft picks, the better. However, you need top-end talent to be able to compete in this league, and those come from your first-round picks, upper first-round picks.
Yep.
You're talking about potential second-rounders, or at least second-round grades at the bottom of the first round. By giving Mike Parsons to another team, you're sticking yourself in the bottom of that second round.
Or you can trade package multiple of them to move up to target players that you've identified as Zach Martin-like?
Potentially, you could.
I mean,
we're throwing hypotheticals again,
but sure. But Jerry himself said he doesn't rule out trading these picks,
right?
Whether it be for ready-made talent or to move up in the draft. He said that the day after the Micah trade in his press conference. Don't rule us trading these picks out to get more picks or position ourselves, which is fine. That's what Nick Caserio does so well, is he accumulates a whole bunch of picks and he moves all over the draft board, up and down it.
We got plenty of draft picks in our queue already in second, third. Because you're talking about adding a third round, and a fifth round from the Eagles. Okay, we have a third round, we have a fifth round, and those would have both been higher than the picks that the Eagles would have given us, that we could package with our current first round pick to move up in draft.
I hear you, Kevin, and I appreciate the phone call. We got Rangers baseball coming up next here on your home for the Rangers, San Antonio Sports Star, as they get set to continue their series with the Milwaukee Brewers after taking last night's game 5-0. We'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Good night, everybody. Check on your loved ones.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free timeshare exit information kit. 800-761-0000. That's 800-761-0000.
Paid for by Wesley Financial Group.
You work hard to provide for yourself and your family, and that's why identity theft is so scary. Not only does it pose a threat to your financial well-being, everything you've worked so hard for, but it's also a danger to your family. Even children can be victims. It's not their money thieves go after, obviously, but their social security number. Fortunately, there's LifeLock. LifeLock monitors millions of data points a second for threats. If your identity is stolen, LifeLock will fix it guaranteed or your money back. Act now and save up to 40% your first year at LifeLock.com. Use promo code NEWS. Terms apply.
Let me tell you about this new Pretzel Cheddar Club. Hey, I'm Carlos.
And I'm Ebony. And a little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A Pretzel Cheddar Club
is the tangy Dijon with the pretzel bun. It takes it to a whole nother level.
It goes perfectly with the chicken and the cheddar cheese and the bacon.
Man, you know